hello everybody here. This is no. Okay, hello everybody here. I guess instead of hello everybody, this is Nolan Cat here. I said hello everybody here. This is Nolan Cat. I mean, I guess it works, but a little weird. I mean, if you guys weren't here, you wouldn't be hearing that, so I don't need to say everybody here. But okay. Anyways, we're back in Kerbal Space Program, but you might know something a little different. We have no money and there's no science. That's because I decided to switch to science mode. Because doing some experiments with science mode it's essentially career mode but better because you don't have to worry about annoying funds. So we're gonna do that. But I also learned how to get science, which is good because otherwise we'd have to spend forever trying to get back to where we were. So we can instead get some stuff. For example, an A2. We can load up one of those since everything else is locked. Here's our A1. Sorry, so we're going to change the mission flag since I actually made a bunch of mission flags. Here's the A mission. There we go. Now let's select that this is a A mission. So that's pretty good. We're going to not actually launch this. We're just going to... Do we have any crew? We do. We have a pilot in there. We're quickly... since we're going to launch this and things probably aren't going to go well, we're going to put an engineer. Oh, well, actually, we're not going to put a parachute on. Come on, I'm not going to change the save. Why would I do that? We still need to kill people. Come on, guys. We're going to do some quick stuff. Here, we're going to go ahead and not click. It didn't even know that you could click on it. You could tell them to go EVA. I'm going to right-click on this, and we're going to do a crew report. Probably should have been something I would have known if I did if I did actual data stuff, but there we go. Let's just do a quick report. If I did the tutorial, I mean. Probably would have gotten it, but let's also go EVA. Right, let's go like this. We're going to fall down. And now what we do is we go like this, and we say EVA report. And there we go. So, that's a nice EVA report. And, oh yeah, I can also take a surface sample. Or survey. Take surface sample. Charred and go with burnt rock films. Also trace amounts of conspicuous green substance. That's interesting. We got 9 science. Let's keep that. Now let's simply recover vessel and let's get all that science. That was like a lot of science. It's like something like, well, it's just a lot. Okay, but done and oh, yeah, we must have not gotten science since it says that there's still an A1. Recover 1.5 science. Okay, I don't know. I probably should have got him back in. Okay, instead, we're actually going to quickly make an edited version of the A1 where it's literally just a command module. Let's go. Sample service, all that. 12.9. See, we already got a bunch of science, enough to probably get some of our stuff again. Like this, and this. We also had survivability, and we just got this, but we don't have that yet. But now we can start launching a little bit more. What's the most advanced thing we can launch now? Probably in a later A mission. Let's see. Later A mission. Oh wait, there's that literally only one thing that we can't do. And it's the SOAR 3. We can get all kinds of other stuff. We can get her plenty of other things. For example, maybe let's do an A5. Clear the launch pad. Yeah, let's clear the launch pad. Apparently that flag wasn't supposed to be there. It's pretty interesting that it has a detection for that. Okay, let's turn SAS on. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here that is, I guess, just new stuff. This thing's still only a solid fuel. Oh yeah, we never changed the mission flag for that one. But let's go ahead and go up. Let's see what we got for a crew report. 3.5. Alright. So, this is something. I can't remember if we're going to get space. Also, I learned about M. You can press M to go to the map. We should probably do the second stage, I'd say. but this can tell us how we're doing. I also learned about this thing called maneuver mode, which is very incredibly useful. There we go. Should we yeah, we could override it. Okay. Alright, and we have that. Also learned some few more controls with throttle. Now we can go ahead and get ourselves sub or something that's suborbital, since I think our yeah, we have something real long there. We can just go straight sideways. And get ourselves a really nice and long suborbital trajectory. There's the mun in the background there, and there we go. We've got ourselves a suborbital trajectory. Now we can do a crew report. Let's see, this is 4.5, that's a little better. But we can always get more of that, and we can't, I don't think we can transmit since we don't have a transmitter, which also something I learned about. But let's go ahead and increase some time a bit. And whoa, now that we're this high up here, let's go ahead and take a crew report in space. There we go. So let's keep that. Although I wonder if we can we actually send it back? That might use a lot of electric charge, which is something that I also learned about. Learned about a lot of things. We'd still get 100% of the value. Then we maybe can get a little more. So let's transmit it up. No, okay. Yeah, there's no comm device. Alright, let's re-enter the atmosphere. Going at a angle. And here we go. I don't have any landing fuel, which might have been what that was used for. We'll see about landing. I also don't have any extra landing stuff since we don't have survivability. So let's see what we can do. I need to get my crew reports home. Okay, now things are doing a little better. We're now going real fast right into a mountain. And I remember this thing worked last time I used it, so it'd be really sad if it didn't work the second time. And that's not good how... Oh, that's really bad. This mission might not be doing too good. Okay, go EVA, kid. Yikes. Let's do that again. And then we'll just press X somewhere around here. There we go. And now we can wait as we go up. There we go, flying away from Kerbin. Then up here at the top, we go ahead and take a crew report. Okay, now here's something we're also going to try. We're going to try going EVA. So now we can go into this. We're not going to let go, though. We're just simply going to take an EVA report. 8 science, that's what I'm talking about. And let's go back on. Back on board. Now Jedediah's back on. We can now... So yeah, we did a specialized landing on this one, I think. Right? This is the one that we went ahead and on our way down, we slowed ourselves down. Okay, here we are, moving down at 1,000. Slowing ourselves down quite effectively. At 10,000, we're just going to go and do everything. Slow ourselves down. And then we're going to go sideways. We're probably going to increase this thing's altitude, which we can a lot of stuff that I learned that you can do with parts. How did this thing not make it? Ah, that this thing's not been very effective. Okay, this thing's it's going smoothly. Okay, there we go. A nice, hopefully slow landing. There we go. Let's. That time it actually worked. I had to save a little more fuel, but now we're gonna get home with all the science that we could ever want. Oh, and we still had some exploding parts. Now let's see about going EVA. Oh, EVA unavailable. Okay, well, in that case, let's recover our vessel. Hopefully with a new load of, like, a lot of science points earned. Yeah, look at that. Data recovered. 888, 23 science. That's what I'm talking about. Now we can go ahead and get some upgrades. Now we're going to get survivability, since survivability is very important for us right now. Okay, now we're almost up to date. The only thing that we need to transfer over here is the SOAR 3. I don't remember what we did. Okay, so we did parachutes. Also, I learned about symmetrical, symmet, symmetry. Okay, I learned about symmetry. Let's change our mission flag to the SOAR missions. Look at that beauty. Okay, let's see about launching. I don't know how finicky this rocket is, but it is going to be useful that we can now see the what apotheosis, the whatever word. So we can increase this farther away from the Earth. For some reason, okay, the atmosphere makes it impossible to see it in some times. Now let's rotate this way, which is, if you're wondering, I know the Mun's orbit is like this now. Now let's see what our, that's good. So let's lower it even down and more to the right. And let's increase this. Now I still think that this is probably not going to be able to make an orbit. Because I doubt severely that we'll make an orbit, or that we'll make it an orbit that we can get back from. But that's not the intent of this. The intent of this is just to gather some data. That's right. Let's, okay, this was for the landing. there's no science points for doing that. I don't. I doubt any EVA stuff is going to give us any science. Oh no, hey. The EVA report still gave us 8 signs. That's surprising. Let's board that. Yeah, I can't turn SAS on. Listen. Real low. There we go. Now this one will be much easier. Also, we're gonna. What are these? These are drogue chutes? They are. I'm going to increase their altitude on at least 2 of them, so that way we can do better. Oh boy. This could go very well or very badly. There we go. Those auto-deployed. We still have some liquid fuel to spare and some stuff. The other parts of our ship just fell right there. It was not so lucky. Now we're ready for some new missions. Although we still want general rocketry, so we're gonna go ahead and get that. I'm gonna go get that. So, I wanted to see what happens if I got off the ship midway through, and interesting things happen. But I'm now falling from 12,000 meters. So, let's switch this to land, and no, we're actually not moving that fast at all, but now it's deploy or shoot. Oh, hey, and that's pretty cool. This shoot is really cool. I've never even played with this stuff before. We can land on a runway. Look at me. Oh, crap. Is he okay? Yeah, he is okay. Let's take a surface sample. Okay, and that's a good report. Let's go ahead and recover this guy. Although I'm not sure if that's gonna get it what we want. And recovery. Okay, we just got some data from that, but that's okay since we now have enough for general rocketry, which brings us right to where we were last time. So we can finally continue the missions. It's time for the next step in the SOAR program. Alright, single orbit astronaut return Mark 4 will bring somebody to orbit and hopefully back. Now with common science equipment. So I think Yeah, we can't get any of those yet, but we do have science equipment, so that's gonna be useful. So let's go ahead and start making this thing using the all-new radial symmetry. Well, it's actually not new. We had it from the very beginning. I just never know how to use it. Here's something that I never mentioned before. There's this thing called the service bay. If we open it, you'll see that there's stuff that we can put in there. Such as, for example, a little communications thing, which we might also put on the outside. Might put a second one, off the outside. That hopefully doesn't break from drag, but it might, so we might actually just use another one of these ones on the outside. Okay, there we go. We went ahead and got some, definitely enough calm. Although I realized that we should probably turn on something to make that even on both sides. Now we can put this thing, now we can fill it with science equipment. We can put ourselves some mystery goo tanks. And we can get ourselves some thermometers. And then some pressure readers. And then we can close this. That's our service bay. We're going to use some all-new big fuel tanks with a swivel engine. Alright, this is the SOAR 4. It should be a much better thing than the ones if it's not like super unstable and explodes. Let's go ahead and launch this. Okay, let's go ahead and get up there with our new rocket launch. Now we're going to tilt this slightly to the right. That it is my doing if you want to. And then that might kill us as well. But we should be fine. Probably. Well, it's perfectly in acceptable terms. Oh no, that is beautiful. Just this powerful rocket's almost gotten us all the way to space. It did all the way get us all the way to space. Now this just has to do all the rest. I don't know, I kept pushing it upwards when instead we should have been pushing it this way. We go our things inching further. We can also probably go down a bit. Try and stabilize this a bit. Yeah, we can go ahead and use a lot of our fuel here to hopefully expand to something close to an orbit. And it looks like we got a very close thing to an orbit, but not an orbit though, but we're going to get pretty high up there. Now we're gonna go around in our suborbit. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it back home without exploding the atmosphere, but we'll sure try. And that's right, it's time to do some experiments to get some science. So let's open this thing up and let's observe this mystery goo. See, space recruitment the goo seems to have clumped into a sphere that appears to become brittle. That's very interesting. Let's keep that experiment. Thermometer, let's log temperature. Temperature getting your curve and collected the record temperature data. Good, that's good. And let's log pressure data. Very cold. And there we go. That's that. Now let's go ahead and let's go EVA. All hat is obstructed. Oh, okay. I guess I accidentally put something over it, I guess. Crew report won't give us anything, so we'll wait till we get down before we do a crew report. We've got some science on us, so it's time to go home. Looks like do we land at this pole? I can't remember. We're gonna swing right past. We're not even at the highest of our extent of our orbit yet. Let's do a second crew report this high up. Since this might give us. There we go. We're high space over it. Crew reporting in from space. Now that'll give us some science. Okay, and we are now landing in SOAR 4. But we're going super fast at 2,000, which is way too fast. Alright, here we go. It's not slowing us down quite yet, but it's still speeding up here. Haven't started slowing down yet. We gotta try hard to try and keep this thing going with as much surface area as possible. Slow us down. Oh wait, let's move this thing around since now that engine wants to overheat. So let's try and get it where ever it won't be able to. Oh boy, it went ahead and actually did it. It exploded. This is bad. And there's no way to go out. And we can't see. And there's no way of knowing if I'm trying my hardest to slow us down. We are slowing down, but not nearly fast enough, or 6 maximum. Yeah, we're not going fast enough. We're going too fast. Ah! Yowzes. Okay, let's see. Should we try that again? Let's try that again. The moon's orbit. Let's see. Yeah, since we're so high up, we can just go ahead and do this. Or since we have enough. And we can just try to increase things as much as possible. Okay, we're actually going to close off our fuel and do some waiting. We're going to wait to go up so we can get into space. And then we're going to go up to our higher extents. And then we're going to slow on down. And then, oh wait, let's not do that. What I'm meant to do is this. And let's go ahead and let's increase that now all the way up here. I don't know if that's going to have much of an effect. I'd assume that it'd have an effect. Oh, it's... Now let's see if we can propel ourselves to the top, up to an orbit. Okay, let's speed things up a bit, so we can get the farthest away that we can from the Earth. Let's slow down, and let's actually do some stuff here. Let's like a crew report. And okay, we can't get our stuff there. We're not high enough up. Continue what we can. Let's continue what we got. Now I think that maybe we could get technically something here. Oh, look at that. A nice orbit. A really nice and small orbit. This is what I'm talking about here. This is what the SOAR program's all about. And when we come back around, we can do more stuff. We're now in orbit, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the orbit. Now, I don't know if we can get anything. So just a crew report, but we're in orbit. And now I can actually show you guys maneuver mode. So, let's say next time we're up here, we want to add a maneuver. We can see what we can do by adding our fuel. Now, like, for example, what we could do to sabotage and send our orbit away into the planet. Like that. And that would, cause some very difficult situations. As you can see, that would give us one of the smallest orbits one could have, which is essentially the plan. Now we just increase it slightly to get a very small orbit. This will definitely close in, and no, we're not going to be able to get to 5,000 meters and leave, so that would be our new maneuver. So, no, it's not a maneuver. So now we've got this new maneuver that will take us back on our, once we go around once, as per the mission. So we're going to go around, and then we're going to crash back down and hopefully survive. We do have a little bit of fuel, but I don't know if it's enough fuel to slow ourselves down. But of course, we have a huge orbit, so we should be able to slow ourselves down. But, yeah, so this is the SOAR mission complete. Okay, we are now going to go check our tracking station. To see, there's also Delta Fuel, which I learned about. I learned about a bunch of stuff recently. Well, we have tracking station, hopefully it says orbiting Kerbin. There we go, we got an orbit around Kerbin. Now this orbit is only at an altitude of, max altitude of, only, I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Of 144. The farthest way we go, and the closest we're going to get is, only 70, so very small orbit compared to something, let's say, the Mun, or Minimus, or, anything else. Also, there's a lot of unknown objects. Look at that. But there's a lot of planets here. Moho, Eve, Duna, Drez, Joule, and Ilu. But no, we're still stuck on Kerbin, so we gotta expand our mission. So let's head back in and let's get to the end of this thing. Let's fly it, and so we can show you this maneuver. But first, I'll talk about Delta Fuel and just how awesome Delta Fuel is. Essentially, this number down here is our current stage's Delta Fuel, and this is how much the next maneuver is going to cost in Delta Fuel. I can also find out how much that maneuver costs in Delta Fuel by just hovering over it, since it says Delta V, and it says 61.9, just as it says here. Essentially, that says how much fuel. If this entire thing's green, it says that's how much fuel I'm going to need to get out of this orbit. So let's expand time a bit, and let's go over there. This is the most beautiful orbit I've ever seen. Well, I mean, it ain't the Mun's orbit actually, so maybe not the most beautiful orbit I've ever seen. But this thing's gonna go real close to the planet real soon. Right here. No, we are real close to the planet here. Almost falling in close. But we will get back out to someplace else. Okay, we are approaching our maneuver here. It says we're actually only 2 minutes away. This thing must be traveling really fast. Oh, also does a really small orbit, but this is a bit smaller of a curve. Also, you can zoom out tremendously far, like really far, which is incredibly far. How big did you think our ship would be? Not that big. Okay, and maneuver in T minus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now this blue arrow is here. You don't need to press Q and E. We need to find this blue arrow. We're gonna actually switch this so that. And now we're going to simply blast off in the direction that this blue thing is in. And let's quickly correct ourselves and find where that blue thing is again. And we're good. We can hit X on that. And just like that, we've now corrected our orbit to go real low. So our orbit's now been corrected. That means it's time for re-entry. And even here, I doubt we could get much good from a crew report. So it's going to say we're in space. So we're going to have to wait till we land, or are landing, to get the next crew report. So I don't know when we're going to hit atmosphere. Actually, I might be able to find out. It's probably somewhere about here. Maybe over here. Since we have an unstable orbit. As we fall back in, and we're going pretty fast here. Pretty fast. But we do have a long way to hopefully help our orbit. Okay. Here our orbit is, and soon we'll start burning up in this dark place. But we are attempting to do a single orbit return. And since there's no atmospheric drag here, why don't we slow ourselves down? The last of our remaining fuel. That could have been a mistake, but that's what we did. So, we've no longer do we have an orbit. We are going to be landing real soon. So, let's go ahead and get into position for landing. We should hit the lower atmosphere in a little bit. Well, actually, it's the upper atmosphere. Okay, here we go. Now this thing's going to want to start. I'm going to have to do a little swinging to try and keep atmospheric drag low, especially on this engine, because we don't want that to explode. That means that we can, that swivel engine's really good for atmospheric drag, because you can then be able to move around. It makes it really useful. See, then this thing doesn't want it, so you see this is going to go like this, and essentially we're going to have to try and give it the most drag as possible at all times. While just keeping an eye on our speed. Since we want this thing to not explode. Because explosions are bad. If you couldn't tell. I didn't put any heat shields on this thing. I realize now. See, it's telling me about overheats. when it's getting hot. It's telling me about all these dangerous possibilities as we slowly slow down. Well, I'm just trying to spin as much as possible to keep everything low down and keep ourselves in the clear while we slow ourselves down. I already, no, I didn't. Let's change that so that this soar 4 can make it up. This is going good so far. We have slowed down significantly, and we're about to hit the even lower atmosphere. We should probably switch to this mode. I think we're landing over land. There we go. We're slowing down to 1,000. 900. Let's try and keep ourselves in the clear. Now, it doesn't help that I can't see anything. And, oh, those automatically deployed, which is a good sign as we now launch. Forward, I can only hope that they deployed real nice and quickly once we get down to that altitude to slow us down even further. There they go. Oh, well, I guess 2 of them went. I thought all of them were supposed to go, but we've definitely slowed down a lot, and we got a ton of parachutes, so that's a-okay. And we can take a crew report here and get one over the highlands for much more science. There we go. It landed nice and perfectly. We can now recover our vessel and our Kerbin inside. Kerbal, not Kerbin. Now look at that. Recovery 3, 10 for mystery goo, 8 for temperature scan, 12 for atmospheric pressure scan, and then a crew report of flying over Kerbin's highlands. That was 3.5. And then vessel recovery got us 10. I'm pretty sure that the reason we got 10 was because what we did is we fell from orbit. And I think because it was orbit, we got some bonus science. Also, something that we should probably do. Hey, look, some sword. Let's recover that. So, this is an idea I just got. Let's just quickly make a quick data module. Hey guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was pretty great. And the next time we've got some really good things coming up later. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.